Women and real estate. Why are we having just 10% of women? You find women marginalized. They trained women just to marry men. The women don't go to school. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. You're one of the best places to learn about real estate. My name is Real to Z, the #1 real estate investment strategist here in Lagos, Nigeria. And this video is brought to you by Zee Trybe, a real estate company here in Lagos, Nigeria, aimed at helping Gen Zs invest safer and smarter in real estate. If it's your first time here, second time or third time, and you have not subscribed, please do so and turn on the notifications. That way you don't get to miss out of any of our amazing contents. So today we'll be looking at something really important: women and real estate. So I looked up some statistics by the Women Affairs and shows that just around 10% of landowners in Nigeria are women. And I think that's scary for me because I'm very, very passionate also about women, making financial strides. And it began to race through my head, why are we having just 10% of women? And from my lens of thoughts, or from my line of thoughts, I was able to figure out a few things and figure out a few tips to help women to start their real estate investment portfolio. The very funny part is I do not think money is actually the major factor, because a lot of women are more empowered financially, right? More than ever. We're having more women empowered financially, even more than previous generations where there was an imbalance. So we're seeing that divide being closed up rapidly. And what even sponsored this, my line of thought, was a particular client. I remember this lady, amazing lady, she just was out of university, getting her first property. And then it was almost as if she was marrying. It was very, very surreal to her, like, Jesus, me, I'm buying the property. Wow, for what? And eventually she made her first deposit from it. Even while she was filling the form, she was saying, wow, Jesus, I'm buying property. And I was like, how many other women feel like this? Which is one of the things that prompted me to do this video. So like I said, in times past, we have seen a very, very, very strong patriarchal society. That basically means we've seen where, maybe because of culture or just wrong mindsets, you find women marginalized. So in some cultures, they will all the land down to the male. So not many properties were actually willed to female people. And chunk of the properties that people are buying today all started as community land that were passed over from generation to generation. And if there was not a level of enlightenment like we have today that is fighting for the equality of women, those people say, oh no, don't leave the women. I mean, we even have terrible cultures where sometimes only the men go to school, the women don't go to school. And but like I said, I'm first of all glad that things are changing in our generation and age and time. I'm expected to keep being so, where that gap between men and women equality is being closed. So like I said, that's a core factor that I think was responsible for chunk of the landowners being men. And there's another line of thoughts I want us to look towards. So we're gonna have conversations with women. What do you think about getting a land at age 24, at age 25, at age 26, and somewhere in their primary objectives, primary things, it's just not there? Ask the average lady, what are the things you want to achieve before 25, 26, 27? We had really few people say they want to get their first property and none of that. And I think it's also a cultural problem, right? Like I said, a lot of enlightenment is happening today, and I'm excited. Back then, they trained women just to marry men. That's what they say. Why should you learn how to cook so you can marry a good husband? Why should you have a good attitude? You can marry a good husband. Why should you and I don't think it's correct. A woman has a purpose, and a woman has something she's on earth for. The purpose of a woman is not just to marry a good man, right? And I think subconsciously that mindset is still ingrained in some of us, where we seemingly just prep our life to marry and hope that the girl will take on from there. So I think that's a mindset that you also have to work on. We have to work on. Look, you guys are also as valuable. The way men have aspirations for land, you guys can do it, right? So I think that's another thing that has to happen. So as a woman, I want to actually help you. Your steps to getting your first property. Number one, and the most important thing, if you skip this, every other step is going to, not be not be easy. Number one, reach out to me. Yes, send me a message. Let's have a conversation. And why is this important? So we'll be able to optimize what works for you, right? Because the properties that you will need will be tied to your age, your objectives, and all of that. Like I said, the number one step is to reach out to me. We find what's optimal for you, and I will help you. Now, the next step is there is no special step for women and for men to buy property. Just make up your mind that you want to buy it and get started. It may be a Herculean task for you, but I'll be willing to help you pull this through. Get a good property, even if it's a discounted rate and all of that. But just make sure as a lady, you don't get deceived and you don't allow the wrong effect of culture into tricking you into believing that this is not for you. It's for you, right? I also found out that another reason why many women don't pay attention is because they look at real estate solely for living. And so they just think, what's the point of buying a house if at some point I will marry and move to my husband's house? So it's my husband that should buy the house. However, buying or investing in a property is not for living. You can invest in a property for investment's sake so that you have returns. So like I said, I think we have to rework our minds and all of that. I hope this video made some sense to you, or you'd like us to have a conversation. Put it in the comment section. We'll have a conversation around it. As usual, I remain real to Zee, your plug for the best real estate investment deals. See you on the next one.